Hello, everyone, and welcome to our bonus Scared and Spirit card ceremony of Whodunnit Double Vision. I am your host, Giles, or Gavin, I don't care which one you call me. So tonight, it's gonna be pretty simple. I'll catch you up, the viewers, on some things that have happened to make this investigation the weirdest, most strange one yet. So it seems that the killer tried to assassinate our puppet master during the last Scared and Spared card ceremony. So here we are. We had to do an investigation, and now the incentive is that whoever wins best case will get some incriminating information about the puppet master. So dun dun dun. But for this ceremony, there will be no Scared and Spared cards, only the reading of the killer's confession and the winner of the Adam Award. So with that, we will start by who the killer was impressed the most by. And that person is Ross. Congratulations.
Oh my God.
You have won the Adam Award. And with your incentives, you've also won incriminating info about the Puppet Master. And you've also won a honorary double take for the next impending murder, which I'm sure will be soon. The Puppet Master should be very angry. I am definitely not doubting that for one moment. All right, so now it is time to see the killer's confession. Dear mortals, I know I said in my note for Roseanne's murder that would be my first and only confession, but here we are. I guess it's time to warm you all up to what clearly blew most of you away. Well, almost. My plan was afoot the night I murdered Lisette. When I ran inside the laboratory to get my black box remote controller for the yellow excavator, I installed an external hard drive to the desktop that controls the lodge's surveillance system. I spliced some archived footage for August 2nd with surveillance footage while the Puppet Master had us away from the lodge. This would cover my tracks for when the actual assassination would go down. On August 2nd, around 1:30 p.m., the surveillance footage abruptly cut to the footage from early July. This effectively made me invisible in the eyes of the Puppet Master. This gave me enough time to head down to the laboratory. Before I superglued the lodge's circuit breakers to the off position, I pulled up the electric burner, ammonium, and chloric acid. I combined the two chemicals in a pot and turned the electric burner on high. Once the solution came to a boil, I superglued the circuit breakers to the off position to kill the power. I collected my white powder in the pot, ammonium chlorate, and sealed it in a package. Now came the second part of my plan. I went up to my quarters with the ammonium chlorate tucked safely away. Earlier, I had lassoed a rope onto the chimney so I could move across the lodge without detection from the lodge's inhabitants. I laced up my boots and pulled myself up onto the roof. From there, I trekked across the roof of the lodge, all the way to the dining room. I hopped down from the roof in front of the dining room windows and dug out my light scalpel, or as you mortals may call it, a surgical laser. With a power drill I stole from the construction site, I rigged the stylus of the laser to the roof, pointed to just where a particular house guest would sit that night at Scared and Spared. I propped open the window, which looked like an oven door, and turned my attention to the bulky circuitry the laser was attached to. I rigged a black timer underneath the rolling box and set it to interrupt the flow of electricity for about 2 hours. I plugged the laser in and turned it on, readying the laser for firing into the dining room. I retreated back to the roof and inside. My plan was almost complete. Just before the power came back on, I slipped into the dining room and placed the ammonium chlorate underneath a special someone's placemat. Since all of our names have been embroidered into our placemats, it was guaranteed that the Puppet Master would sit just where my laser would fire. Gavin collected us all into the dining room for Scared and Spared, and surely enough, my victim sat right where I wanted her to. Gavin read the puppet motherfucker's confession note, gave us our envelopes, and just when the ceremony was finishing, boom! The timer went off, completing the circuit for the laser beam. The laser immediately fired at Rebecca's placemat, heating the ammonium chlorate in nanoseconds, causing the room to explode. To my dismay, it seems that she lived. I know you're the puppet master, Becky. You just got lucky that the explosion didn't blow you away. I plan on making your death much more swift. With pleasure, your killer. And that's all
I've
the
been framed.
Is the killer right? Is the killer wrong?
I've been framed.
Have you?
Yes.
Well, I guess time will only tell.
Please, these murders would be much better if I was the puppet master, and it would have a little bit more style, don't you think?
That is all I have for you tonight. No explosions. I've already checked the dining room. I'm not walking into a trap like that again. Good night, mortals.